James and the Bootlace. The Fat Controller spoke severely to James. "If you can't behave, I shall take away your red coat and have you painted blue." James didn't like that at all, and he was being very rough with his coaches as he brought them to the platform. Come along, he said rudely. All in good time, the coaches grumbled. Don't sulk, come on, answered James, and the coaches squealed and grumbled after him as he snorted into the station. James was cross that morning. The Fat Controller had spoken to him, the coaches had dawdled, and worst of all, he'd had to fetch them on his own. Golden never has to fetch his own coaches, thought James, and he's only painted blue. A splendid mixed-traffic red engine like me should never have to fetch his own coaches. James puffed and snorted round to the front of the train and backed onto it with a rude bump. Oh! groaned the coaches. That was too hard! To make James even more cross, he then had to take them to a different platform, where no one came near him as he stood there. The Fat Controller was in his office, the station master was on the other end of the train with the guard, and even the passengers stood a long way off. James felt lonely. I'll show them, he said to himself. They think Golden is the only one who can pull coaches. As soon as the guard's whistle blew, he started off with a tremendous jerk. Come on, he puffed, and the coaches, squeaking and groaning in protest, clattered over the points onto the loop line. Hurry, puffed James. You're going too fast, said the coaches, and indeed they were going so fast they swayed from side to side. James laughed and tried to go faster, but his driver wouldn't let him. We're going to stop, whined the coaches. There was a loud bang. And James found himself going slower and slower. What's the matter? James asked his driver. All the brakes are hard on. Leak in the pot most likely. You find the coaches enough to make a leak in anything. Once the train had come to a stop, the guard and the driver got down and looked at the brake pipes all along the train. How shall we mend it? Said the guard. James's driver thought for a moment. We'll do it with newspapers and a leather bootlace. Well, I have newspaper, said the guard, but where's the bootlace coming from? We haven't one. Ask the passengers, said the driver. So the guard had everyone get out. Has anyone got a leather bootlace? He asked. They all said no, except one man in a bowler hat, a politician named Jeremiah Jobling, who tried to hide his feet. You have a leather bootlace there, sir, he said to the guard. Please give it to me. I won't, said Jeremiah Jobling. Then, the guard said sternly, I'm afraid this train will just stop where it is. Then the passengers told the guard, the driver, and the fireman what a bad railway it was. The guard climbed into his van, and James's driver made him let off steam. So, they told Jeremiah Jobling how bad he was instead. At last, they gave him his laces. The driver tied a pad of newspaper tightly around the hole in the pipe, and James was able to pull off. But he was a sadder and wiser James, and took care never to bump coaches again.